brothers and sisters. So much of the life on earth seems based on the situation you're in, the circumstances. And I want to put forth the idea that you are in charge of your experience, because you get to choose what you listen to. Very often you can become so absorbed in whatever it is you're doing that it never dawns on you that this isn't really heaven at all. This is just distraction or busyness or hell. But for you to experience heaven on earth, you would have to choose that experience. And you are choosing all the time. You're always making choices about who you're going to listen to. The beautiful thing is you get this feedback if you'll tune into it about how does it feel to listen to one channel versus how does it feel to listen to another. And it's nothing to wait for. It's just something to become aware of. If you are disconcerted, you're listening to the wrong channel. Regardless of your circumstances, when you're listening to the channel that is from God, that is you, that is God, there'll be a very qualitatively different experience for you. Even difficult things, challenging things for you physically or mentally, energetically, when seen from the perspective of the divine, will feel perfect. You will have a sense that this is where you need to be right now, and that's okay. Very often in society, when people see things that they don't like and are having unpleasant experiences, their first desire is to make the person or the group that's creating that experience change. With the rationale, what you're saying and what you're doing is making me uncomfortable. Therefore, I have a right to ask you to change what you're doing so I don't have to feel uncomfortable. And this is caught on very rapidly. But the easier solution is to change the channel, is to have a different experience in the midst of the same circumstances, to tune in to that which you wish for yourself. And if you wish to only experience the good, the holy, and the beautiful, that's what you will experience, because that's what you will choose. And that will be its own reward. Recently, this one had an experience of being hurt by something someone said. This person has a habit of continuing to remind this one of mistakes he has made in the past. And the person is a good friend. He just always brings up a mistake. And this one felt hurt and angry and righteous. He felt like he had a right to say, stop doing that. That hurts my feelings. Don't talk about that anymore. I get it. I screwed up. Stop mentioning it. And then, listening to something else, he thought to himself, why does this bother me so much? And the answer became very clear to him. This must be something I do. Maybe I make people wrong. Maybe I remind people of their mistakes. The seeing of that changed the channel. It released the other person from having to be different and opened up for him the opportunity to be more loving and more understanding and more forgiving of himself and of other people. And the experience at that very moment was heavenly. And even the upset was a gift. And this one made a commitment to be more mindful of that. His first response was, I only want to be around people who won't remind me of my shortcomings. But the realization that there's no one out there except you might lead to a different conclusion. Perhaps I need to forgive my shortcomings or see them differently as not shortcomings at all. Again, you're choosing your experience. And if you want to experience heaven, choose heaven. And if you don't like how you feel, change the channel. There's a wonderful broadcast that's happening all the time. It's all about love and forgiveness. And it's not dull, it's fascinating. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you again soon.